But the basic concept, the premise, so new year, new start. So imagine, this will solve everything everybody shared with your struggles, your challenges, the fears, insecurities. They're only insecurities and fears because we have built up so much insecurity with our own ideas, our own imaginations, our own meanings that we've placed on everything. So if we stripped and pulled down every meaning and imagining that we have made up and invented, every last one, what remains? The peace of God, pure vibrating peace and joy, and we would just sit here and giggle, and there's not a problem or a care in the world, and what needs to be done will naturally just happen. If it's time to eat, the food will just appear, make itself. Somebody will either bring it to you, or you feel just so compelled to just go and grab and make something and prepare, and just like me providing without hesitation, no effort. I just felt like I'm going to offer the course. That's how easy things manifest. They arise, 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 arise. If we strip back all the meaning we've put on the world. And that's what lesson 1 is. It has to get us to get very humble. Nothing I see means anything. Nothing I see. Specifically see outwardly with our eyes. So in the external world, it's not external, it's internal. Because a few lessons in, it starts to eventually turn it around. Everything is being projected from our mind. But since we still believe there's a separate independent table, separate independent bodies, separate independent minds, we're going to have to start with just, what do you think you see? Because oneness is nothing like this. This is not oneness. The experience of oneness. Our true natural state, just our natural state of the peace of our being. So, nothing I see means anything. You know, some of us spend a lot of time learning and studying and going to university and reading a lot of books. Nothing I see means anything. Yeah, I mean, I think, Eckhart Tolle was, he said at one point, if you're doing A Course in Miracles and you do lesson 1 and you completely understand what it's saying, then you will be at complete peace and you will see nothing but perfection and you will be awake and you can close the book and you don't need any more lessons. We have to truly get so humble. You know, the ego is really still clinging on, and the pride. We got some things figured out, right? We're pretty good. Well, as long as we're still clinging on, we got some things figured out. It's maintaining a lid, a closedness. It's the mind cannot be open to infinity when it's still clinging to finite concepts. Any concept is limit in nature. So at one point it says, salvation is nothing more than the escape from all concepts. What is a concept? Any thought. If you're thinking a thought, a word, an event, anything, an activity in the mind is a concept. So, in other words, lesson 1, every concept is meaningless. I got to remove every concept, and then what's left? Pure nature, absolute reality, nothing but love, and the infinite power we have, and then any power you need to do, any of the 6 psychic senses, anything, materialize a rose out of thin air, which is what some of the yogis have done. No problem, you just pull it out of the ether. You just got to know how to rearrange the molecules. It's easy, he says. And that's on video. He was doing that years ago. So it's like, for now it seems all these things are so miraculous and mysterious and like way unattainable, fantasy. Because of our conditioning of finite limitation, we're so small. We think we're so small. So stripping away all of everything we think we know. So when we have experienced already, experientially, the meditation, the deep peace in this group, that's what we're talking about. We're getting out of the head, out of the intellect, to when you lose track of time, you lose track of space, and there's just like silence. You don't know where you disappeared. Did you fall asleep? Now we're approaching the good stuff. We've stripped away, well, we've silenced the busy, busy mind, the analytical, chatty mind, the party mind. Oh my God. No calm mind, no enlightenment for you. It's humbling, right? So, that's a tall order. That's a big leap. That's a massive leap. But it's a matter of readiness and willingness. Those two words it really comes back to. And so the Course is written in a beautiful step by step. You're not expected to do all that. You're not expected to make that massive leap. Right now, just do this. Close your, or not, open your eyes. Nothing I see means anything. And then label it. This table, let's just do it right now. Gaze around for a moment. Lock your eyes on one item at a time. And label it. This table doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. We're dislodging our usual associations.
The book means anything.
No. Even the book, even the Course. By the time you get to lesson 189, it says, release everything, hold on to nothing. Let go of this and that, even forget about this Course. That we prize and treasure, I do. It's like so important. The Course of Miracles is very special. You can't experience the full freedom of the infinite spiritual realm if I'm still cherishing even this tool. The Course is just a ladder, the canoe, Buddhists call it. So, let it all go. It's no meaning. Right. At first, we do need to start with orienting our attention somehow. We need to talk somehow about something. Otherwise, like, cats herding just randomly. We got to funnel attention in a direction. And so at one point it says early on, a good student devotes time to study. You got to sit down and read what this material was brought into this world. Take time, reorient your understanding. We have to use concepts first. Using thoughts and concepts first to structure our ways, structure our attention point. But then, so that's the first half of the workbook is designed to undo the stripping, undoing the ego, and undoing everything. And then the second half of the workbook is now, okay, we're now losing the need for words much longer. The role of words and concepts is becoming less and less. The lessons get much shorter. They take more of a prayer form. So every day then is basically us and the One. And the One takes it over from there. And then things get easier. Trusting in the flow. The flow starts navigating everything much easier because at least we have gotten our little know-it-all mind out of the way.